So the Kansas City Chiefs are likely to change up their game plan next week. And I think that it's time they unleash their secret weapon in Isaiah Pacheco. Now, I know he's not a secret, but Andy Reid is treating him like a secret by not putting him out there and letting him work. So Isaiah Pacheco had a solid game for how much he played. He was heavily involved in the passing game, which is very, very good to see. He had 4 receptions on 31 receiving yards. He averaged 7.8 yards per reception. So I love this new aspect in Pacheco's game. And I think he's getting more involved in the passing game like I predicted him to do. Now, my concern is, why is he only getting 8 carries? Like, I understand he had 23 rushing yards, but 8 carries is just honestly not acceptable. Andy Reid has to trust him more, especially when the receivers are struggling. I mean, we don't have this offensive line for no reason. We have, the top interior offensive line in the league. We got Jawan Taylor and Donovan Smith, who's obviously looking like very great tackles to play this game. And I don't see why in the world we're not giving Isaiah Pacheco a better opportunity. If we use Pacheco as much as we could and actually prioritize him as the starting running back like he's supposed to be, he could have 100 rushing yards and 100 receiving yards. And that would literally just be in a game. And I don't know, man. Like, Pacheco, he just has to be used more and used to his true ability. Because at the end of the day, man, he could really help this team out a lot. Like, there's no reason why CEH should be on the field more than him. I understand it was a very sloppy game, but Pacheco needs to be installed better into this game plan next week, because it's going to be very tough facing the Jags, especially because Calvin really is back and he's ready to play after having over 100 yards against the Colts. I mean, I loved what I've seen from our defense. It was nice to watch, but the offense clearly costed us that game. And Pacheco can help a lot if we just implement him into our game plan fully and let him do what he does best. Because his blend of size, speed, strength, and agility could really help this team more than Andy Reid may be realizing. And I'm going to make a video just like this on Justin Ross as well, because he's also another player that can help this team a lot. And Andy Reid has to give these dudes their looks, man. He has to give these dudes their looks, because at the end of the day, you want to see who... It shouldn't matter how long they've been playing, how long they've been in the system. If they're able to do good and they're not stinking it up every time they come in the game, then there's no reason why they shouldn't be playing. There's absolutely no reason why they shouldn't be playing with the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, obviously they're playing with the Kansas City Chiefs, but they shouldn't be on the field with the rest of the Kansas City Chiefs members. I mean, Justin Ross is a fantastic player that's not even getting no shine. You know, he's not getting no shine right now because Reid, for whatever reason, don't want to have him in the game. Rice, he came in, did good, then got taken out. Pacheco, he was doing very good in the receiving game. He wasn't getting played the whole game. He didn't get enough carries. Like, Andy Reid has to put more faith in the dudes that's doing what they have to do than his favorites. Stop with this favoritism stuff and put faith. I understand you got to let the other guys work too, but come on, let Pacheco, Ross, and Rice take over a game. That's what I want to see next week. I want to see more Pacheco, more Justin Ross, and more Rashee Rice. I mean, last time Pacheco faced the Jags, he had a very good game against them. And in that playoff game, he really took over. And next week, I could just see us coming out very hot against Jacksonville and really see us put on a show. Because one thing about the Chiefs is that we bounce back very hard after losses, and we're also a very good team on the road. So I expect us to go into Jacksonville and really put on a monster performance. And we know Mahomes is pissed, so he's very pissed, so we got to look out for that as well. Now, Detroit versus KC was obviously a very bad game for us, and there was plenty of mistakes, but there's things that will be corrected based off that loss, and hopefully things are fixed by next week and Pacheco is involved way more. Because at the end of the day, man, Isaiah Pacheco is a very good player, and I feel like he could benefit us very well. If we take a look at this Lions versus Chiefs game, it was unacceptable. It was unacceptable, and we don't play till next Sunday, so obviously I'm gonna have a lot to say for the whole week about that game. But at the end of the day, man, it was very, very unacceptable, and it definitely shouldn't have went like that. I feel like we should be 1-0 right now, but things happen in the NFL. But if we take a look at that game log, it just wasn't the best, man. It really wasn't the best. it just wasn't the best. Like, first of all, forget the defense. The defense is very good. We're talking about the offense. Like, Patrick Mahomes, 226 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. That's not a Mahomes performance. He had 45 rushing yards, so he had a solid game. It wasn't the worst. Rashee Rice, though, 26 yards, 1 TD. Oh, no, 29 receiving yards. Oh, he had got a -3 in rushing, but 29 receiving yards, 1 TD. Very good player, man. Very good player. I think he needs to be in more. He had a very good feel for the game. Pacheco did us very well. I don't know why Clyde Edwards-Helaire was starting. 29 yards, 22 rushing yards on 6 carries. I don't know. I feel like Pacheco should have definitely been starting over him. Justin Ross, 6-yard catch, and that was it. Just let him play, man. Let Justin Ross play. Let him play. Pacheco's very good, and I want to see Pacheco play more as well. Pacheco's just a player that I want to see next week. If I don't see Pacheco getting out there enough, I'm going to be very mad and fed up. If we go 0-2, we lose to the Jaguars, it's going to be really bad for this Kansas City Chiefs team. And it's not guaranteed yet that Travis Kelce is going to play. Chris Jones I don't know what the hell is happening. Bro's taking a break at this point. I think we should just trade him. I have no idea why he's still even on the team. I was saying pay him, but bro, the defense didn't do bad. So it's like, I don't know. I was just mad. But we need to worry about the offense, bro, and use Pacheco. Like, on 2nd and 1 situations, Pacheco's supposed to be getting ran up the middle. Like, it's 2nd and 1. You have nothing to lose that bad when you're running the ball. He could have got a good push. Pacheco could have got a nice run on the stretch, a HB stretch. Could have ran anything with Pacheco. He has a lot of power, a lot of speed, a lot of agility, a lot of force. Sky Moore was definitely forced out there way too much. I feel like some passes should have went to him. That was a Ross type of throw on 4th and 25. And the Chiefs just got a game plan better. I understand no Eric Bieniemy, and clearly that might be really making a difference, because Eric Bieniemy I believe he used to scheme up the run plays. That's what I believe. The running attack is better when Bieniemy's out there. Nagy, I understand he had a great year with us before, but if that was Nagy calling plays the other day, then that's horrible. I know Andy Reid was calling some. Just absolute shit class by Andy Reid and Matt Nagy, but they'll get it together, and I believe next week we're going to come out very pumped. And then we got a stat pad game against the horrible Chicago Bears on week 3. So we should be able to get our crazy amount of stats like we always do against them. But week 2, we got to take this game serious and get this dub. Chiefs priority, and I'm out. Peace.